Nick. I'm so glad you're here today. All right, so what's our emotional temperature? How are we doing?
I would say I've been pretty frustrated.
Okay, Leanne.
We've had a couple of run-ins in the last few days or the last couple of weeks.
I don't get why you're frustrated.
And
I'm
I
not
get a
all
lot
in your
of
business.
I get a lot of attitude, and it's kind of been hard.
So I noticed that Nick is leaning away from you, Leanne, and raising his eyebrows. What does that make you feel as you are sitting here with Nick leaning away from you?
I mean, it makes me sad. He's my kid, and I love him. I don't want there to be problems between us, but we're just having our time.
So Nick, how are you feeling? I notice your body, you're leaning away, but you seem to soften a bit as she says that she feels sad. What's going on inside of you, Nick?
No, I don't want to make her feel sad. I mean, of course I love my mom, but you know, I'm 16. I want to go do things.
Yeah.
But instead, I have a mom that keeps nagging me about doing this, nagging me about doing that, keeping me at home, not letting me go places, and I'm just kind of tired of it. And so, you know, I'm tired of it.
I noticed you shook your head, Leanne. Is there something that you need to say that's unsaid?
Well, I mean, I'm his mom. I'm supposed to help him be safe and take care of him, and he's not letting me do that. He's my only kid.
Yeah.
It's just the two of us, and
Yeah, but you gotta trust me. Just because you want me to be safe, I'm gonna be safe. I'm not gonna do something stupid.
you're new into the world of doing things on your own, and there have to be guidelines, and you're not following them.
I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job.
So what are our run-ins this week? You mentioned run-ins. What happened?
Well, I got up in the middle of the night to
What
get a
time?
drink of water. It was about 2 in the morning.
Okay.
And he wasn't in his room. He wasn't home.
Oh gosh, what did you think had happened?
I left you a note. All you had to do was go to the kitchen and look.
Either way, you shouldn't be gone.
Yeah, but I left you a note. I'm being responsible. I left you a note.
So how
I
did
was
we-
worried,
Yes.
and then I found the note, and then I was frustrated because he knows his truck is not what he didn't get a truck to leave in the middle of the night to go places.
Okay.
His truck is to get him to school, to get him to athletics, and get him home.
I'm curious. You left her a note. Tell me why you left her a note.
Well, I didn't want her to be worried. And just as I said, like, you should trust me. You bought me a truck so that I could go do things. You have to trust
in
me
the
to go.
daytime.
Yeah, but my friends aren't all available during the daytime. So we go out and we do things when we have time.
Nothing good happens after midnight.
But
You know that. We've talked about that. That is not something that we're going to do. It's not smart.
So Nick, what did you think would happen whenever she found the note? Did you expect her to find the note?
yeah, of course. I left it right there on the table.
Yeah.
I left the pencil, I left the notepad, everything, so that she would find it.
And what did you think would happen?
I thought she would just read it and go back to bed and be like, okay, he's fine.
Okay. Where did you go?
I went out with my friends. We hung out at Sonic for a little bit, got a couple drinks. I went over to a buddy's
What
house.
kind of drinks?
We just got the strawberry limeade as usual. I don't drink, Mom.
I saw you jumped in there. It seems you have some fears or some feelings here, Leanne.
I don't really like the friends he's with. They don't make good choices.
Can
I
you-
don't see how you know that.
What are the specific fears that you have, Leanne?
Alcohol
Mm-hmm.
and not paying attention while they're driving. Not being safe.
And so it sounds like you're afraid for his safety.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
And
you
that-
have to trust me. I get that you're scared of all those other guys, but I'm not them. You taught me better than
Yeah,
that.
but you're with them.
Yeah, but you taught me better than that.
All right, so I have something kind of new to try today. It's role reversal. So what we're gonna do today, if you're up for it, is Leanne, you're gonna pretend to be Nick. And we're gonna play out this whole thing here in the room. I know it will feel a little uncomfortable, but I think that you might be able to better understand each other's perspective if we just go ahead and act it out, and I'll just be an observer.
Mm-hmm.
So let's
Do
play
I
out
get
that
to
whole
nag her
situation.
the whole time? Do I
Yes,
just
you
to
get
nag?
to be mom, and I want you to be Leanne, and I want you to be Nick. And so you're gonna get up and leave
Am
a
I
note.
like Nick as he is? Or am I Nick as I wish he was?
Always Nick as he is. Because you love Nick as he is.
Exactly, Mom.
Okay. So we're gonna try this. So let's start with this morning. You weren't there, Nick, at 2 a.m. So let's start with this morning, whenever she's talking with you about what happened at night. So it'll be you being mom, reenacting what happened this morning, and you being Nick, having left a note. And let's just see how this goes. So this will be the kitchen table, and let's meet at the table for breakfast. Is that where this happened?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We ready?
Yeah.
So now you're Leanne, and now you're Nick. Okay? Let's go.
Where were you? I was worried sick
I left
about you.
I left you a note.
Yeah, but what is a note? I need to know where you are at all times. I thought you were in bed. I woke up, you weren't there. Where were you?
Why do you have to know where I am all the time?
Because I'm your mother. I always need to know where you're at.
Keep going. Remember, you're Nick. You're
Listen,
Nick.
if you can't be home when you're supposed to be home, that truck will no longer be yours.
You got me a truck because you trust me.
Nick, I don't need back talk. I don't need you trying to explain yourself. What I need is you to follow my rules.
All right, let's stop here. Guys,
That all sounds great.
it sounds like you felt understood, Leanne, because you portrayed how Leanne feels. What else did we notice? So Leanne, when you were playing Nick, what did you feel? What do you think maybe you noticed about how Nick might be feeling?
I do understand like his frustration because like I do trust him and he's never given me a reason not to trust him. But it doesn't mean I'm not scared of him making a bad choice.
If I'm able to be Nick again, I feel like she's just always mad at me.
Yeah,
That's what I feel a lot of.
you feel like she's always mad at you.
And from that, that's what I hear whenever I hear her talking to me. It just feels like I'm always doing something wrong.
Leanne, how does that sit with you?
I mean, it's not how I feel. I don't always feel mad. I think I'm just scared of being a mom of a 16-year-old. It's all new and it's all that freedom and I don't know how to do it.
That's understandable. And I think Nick's desire for freedom is age appropriate and understandable too. I think
That's
we have
all I want.
something to work with, yeah. All right, guys. So we're coming to the end of our session for today. I know it was pretty quick. Is there any new realizations that we gained from today? Any new understanding?
I do appreciate the note.
I still want to go out.
I think we need to like figure out some guidelines on timing of things.
I can try to work with that.
Great. So here's what I want us to try to do, guys. We have homework this week. I'll see you next week. I love the progress you're making. It seems like you're really connecting. This week, not today, we've had a lot of emotional interaction today. We feel tired. I would like for you to, tomorrow or the next day, set a timer for 5 or 10 minutes. You get to decide. And each of you gets to talk for 5 or 10 minutes, uninterrupted. And just listen. The only words out of your mouth when you're not talking is, I understand, or, okay? And then afterwards, there's no debate, there's no discussion, you just let it sit. Okay?
Okay.
Let's try that this week. Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. See you next week.
Thank you.